Oh, yippee! It's not a dating sim. That's totally not gonna end up absolutely horrifying. Who's ringing my doorbell? I don't know why I decided to go with such an aggressive opener. Holy hell. Alright. Huh? You rub your eyes, disoriented. Who would be at your doorstep this early in the morning? You try to remember if you ordered any packages, but you'd be lucky if your courier bothered to ring your bell even once, let alone thrice. You're disgruntled, you're anxious, you're curious. I'm curious. Just who could this be and what could they want? You can't help but feel a little excited at this possible call to adventure, filled with anticipation. You step towards your apartment door and open it. Hello? Finally done ignoring me? Well, I made it, even without your help. Before you're able to protest, he pushes past you and lets himself in. Why are you looking at me like that? You're the one who didn't come to pick me up. Your mind is completely blank as you stare at this person, trying to figure out if you know him. He takes a few steps closer, his eyes staring daggers at you. What's wrong, my love? Your head starts spinning as a flood of memory suddenly crashes in. This is Eli, a genderfluid person in their 20s. You met Eli through an online dating portal and you two officially started dating a few months ago. Eli is staying over for 10 days and this is the first time you've met in person. Also, you were supposed to get him from the train station this morning. I'm sorry, I overslept. How did you find my place? That guy, I'm sorry. Oh, now you're sorry? Huh. You put on your best puppy eyes and look very sad. Lucky you, I didn't come here just to sulk. So I'll forgive you if you take me on a date. A date? While your mind trails up to all the possible places you could go, you have a sudden realization. You're broke, and the world is expensive. So, are we going? Wait, what about your stuff? The weather's kind of shaky. How about a home date? Why, guy? Where's your stuff? Took care of it. Right. Alright, let's head out. Oh, no. Let's just go to the park today. I suppose I get to choose. We go park, and I just realized y'all can't see my mouse, so I'm just gonna fix that real quick. Okay, this is somewhat better. Park. Yeah, that's where we're going. The park isn't too busy at this time of day. You take a stroll around the scenery, awkward silence filling the air. What did you usually talk about? Somehow you have a hard time remembering anything about Eli's hobbies and interests. Maybe you're still not fully awake. Eli suddenly leaves your side and starts jogging a few feet ahead of you towards a crossing. In the middle of the crossing, he abruptly stops and distracts and starts pointing at a tree. What's that? A tree? I know, but what's that in the tree? As you step closer, you can see the leaves rustle, but that's about it. Oh, it ran off. What did it look like? I don't know, it was small, brown, and fuzzy. And cute. Probably a squirrel then. Squirrel? That's a silly name for an organism. I don't think Eli's human. I have a feeling Eli's not human. Oh, wait. Wait till you find out how it's spelled. Wait, have you never heard of a squirrel before? They're really common. We don't have a lot of animals where I'm from. Okay. You can't help but wonder where in the world Eli could be from. And how did you never talk about this before? Should you know where your boyfriend is from? You feel like a failure as his partner. Lion? I'm sorry. Huh? I've been telling you so little about myself in the past. I was worried that you'd think I was weird. I would never think that. Being weird can be cool. Well, you definitely are. Being weird can be cool. Really? Huh. Anyway, let's just get to know each other again. From the start. Okay, this totally doesn't work in my favor. In that case, where are you from? What are your hobbies? What's your favorite food? Where are you from? I'm from, somewhere like the desert. Okay, that's what I figured. Okay then, well, what's that over there? Before he can get another word in, Eli has run off again. This time, he's excitedly pointing at an anthill. They're so small. You telling me you don't have ants where you're from? What are those puny little creatures? Oh, you explain ants to the extent of your knowledge, and then resort to Wikipedia to explain the rest. When you look up from your phone, Eli's wandered up. Are you going to ask me what other strange creature that is? You spend a few hours running around the park, looking up different fauna and flora facts on your phone to keep up with Eli's questions. Finally, Eli seems satisfied, so you decide to go back home. You return home as the sun is about to set. Eli lets out a long yawn and sits down on your bed, glancing up at you. Are you hungry? Almost on cue, your stomach grumbles. Yeah. Are you hungry too? I'm interested in trying your cooking. Anything I can make for you? Keep your expectations low. Why don't we cook together? Can't you cook us something? Why don't we cook together? I've never cooked. I can give you some easy tasks. Next time, okay? Okay. I want to eat cupcakes. Oh no! In case y'all are wondering, yes, they did give me an option to actually like type in what my favorite food is, and seeing Eli go, I want to eat cubbies is just the greatest thing. Cubbies, huh? Cubbies. It's at this point you remember that your pantry is empty. You probably should stop by a supermarket on your way back. Is that where I get my cubbies? Do I just go behind the back of the supermarket and just grab bottles full of cubbies? Yeah, we need to go shopping. I'll be right back. Would you mind going to the supermarket? We need to go shopping. What do you mean? I'm kinda out of food. Okay, get more then? Right. Wake me up when food is ready. He curls up on your bed like a cat, abruptly falls asleep. He looks very cute. As much as you'd like to lay down next to him, you should probably head out. Hello? As a nice evening breeze hits your face, you can't help but let out a small sigh. You shove your hand into your pockets and you pull out your miserably flat wallet. Counting the bills, you'll have just enough money to cover groceries for both you and Eli's stay. With your head in the clouds, you're about to bump headfirst into a street pole when someone calls out to you. Lion? Huh? What? Who? Is that how you greet your aunt? Sorry, I'm kinda in a hurry. You have the wrong person. Sorry. Yeah, I know you don't mean it. Look, I need you for something. There it is. And I've been really short-staffed lately. You have nothing better to do anyway. Come help me out over your break. What do you mean I ain't got anything better to do? What do you mean by that? But thank you for the job. I might take it up. I have a friend over. My partner is visiting. I already took a different job. I'm busy. My partner is visiting. A partner? You? Sure. I'll believe that when I see it. You know those little people in your computer don't count yet. I have a person in my house right now! Enough of your half-baked excuses. Just come by whenever your laziness allows it. I'll even pay you a little. And tell you what, I'll make it double if you come on the weekend. That's on the 6th and 7th. Alright, how much pay we talking? We'll see now. Alright. Great. Glad to see you know some sense. I'll see you at work. Before you're able to get another word in, your auntie shoots you a glare with a mean smile, turns around and walks off. You stood there dumbfounded for a moment. Before you remember that Eli's waiting for you, you continue in a light jog to the supermarket. You finish your shopping and return home. You have to make a quick dinner, The two of you watch a movie, but fall asleep halfway through. Day 2. Morning. What are we doing today? Huh. You ponder what you could do today. Eli would probably not be happy if you took her to the park again today. Maybe you could do something at home instead. There is also your auntie's job offer, but Eli definitely wouldn't be happy about that. You only get 10 days together after all, and you want to make the most out of it. Oh, no. I'm gonna make a save here, because I feel like it's gonna be important. Okay, let's see. Go to Word. Never mind. Wait, what's this button? Oh, man, everything costs money. What do you mean the beach costs $20? Oh, God, I wouldn't even have money for, like, groceries or anything. There's games. Do you want to play a game? Oh, sure. Where? You point towards the computer. You play games of that thing? How? Maybe I should just show you. You boot up your computer and go through a few of the games that you have installed. Eli seems more confused than interested, until you stop at a game that you've never seen before. What's that one? I don't know. I don't even know how that got into my computer. It's probably a virus. I should open it. I want to know what it does. Okay. To your surprise, the mystery game is neither a virus nor an actual game. It seems to be some kind of rudimentary game engine. What do you do in this game? I think you use it to make your own game. Oh, that sounds way more fun. Let's do that. I don't know how to make a game. I guess we could make a map. That's fine. I want a house surrounded by lots of nature. I'll see what I can do. Okay, tiles on the left and place them on a checkered square in the middle to place them down. Once you're ready, have Eli look at your build. Click on the green arrow at the top to playtest. Got it. So this is basically just RPG Maker. So, okay, let's, man, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Do I just start placing trees? Can I remove the trees? Yeah, I probably can. Okay, you know what? Let's just start with the base. And this is gonna take a while, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've built a little map. I'm not sure how this is gonna play. Okay. It looks way too bare bones. You should try to add more trees and flowers. There are trees everywhere! What do you mean? It's everywhere! Also, are we sharing a bed? There's no bed in here! You don't want to? Nah, that's okay. Okay. I suppose. Yeah, that's floor. That's definitely wall. Okay. Flowers, and then that's these, and I've added plenty of trees. The trees are everywhere. God. Okay, what do you want me to do with this? Jesus. Yeah, let's close out of it. Yeah, I think I'm done. How many more trees and flowers do you want? Okay, how's about instead, like, I just like add flowers to everything? Like, is that what you want? Do you want more flowers? Or I just turn all the grass into flowers. Like, I think that's probably what Eli wants. Gosh darn. Like, she doesn't seem too happy about this. Okay, how's about now? Happy? It's beautiful. I love it. Okay, we got 2 separate beds, I guess. But now I'm not too happy with the bed placement. Okay, I think I'm just gonna be satisfied with this. Just like having 2 beds right next to the dresser all the way to the end. I don't know why this was like, I don't know how to make it look any better. This is why I don't design the maps in my games. God damn. So yeah, I think we're done. Do you want to wrap up for the... No, wait, can I save this? Is it possible? Wait, what's that? I don't know what that button does. Yeah, I'm wrapping up for today, yes. Eli glances over at you with a satisfied smile. That was fun. Let's do it again. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Is there anything you'd like to do? I found this little piece of paper in your letterbox. I think they'll bring us food if we call the number that's written here. We should do that. A quick look at your wallet tells you that there is no way you're able to afford that right now. You know, why don't we try to cook something similar instead? Okay. You look up some recipes to try and make something similar to the brochure. You're not sure if you quite got there, but Eli seems content anyway. After dinner, you watch a few episodes of an anime about a reincarnated high schooler whose useless skill turns out to be the strongest spell in this new world. Isn't it one where he uses home shopping, like online groceries or something? Is that the anime? Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. Day 3. I think I should probably head to work. You wake up to a light shake at your side. Eli is up early and looks at you with big, shimmering eyes. Oh, hey. Morning, sunshine. Morning. We need to hurry. Okay, and why are we in a hurry? There's a festival in the park today. I want to go. I heard they sell out fast. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. You don't have the heart to tell Eli that you have absolutely no money to spend on festival food. Maybe you should have taken up your aunt on her offer. It's too late to lament that now. At least the festival itself is free to attend. Right. Even though you arrive at the venue early, the park is already jam-packed with everyone else who had the same idea. There are so many people. Our festival's always this busy. Sometimes worse, I wouldn't know. Is this your first festival? They don't have those where I'm from. Okay. As the day goes by, you scroll through different booths, check out what they have to offer while taking in the festival atmosphere. You somehow manage to convince Eli that you forgot your wallet at home, but since he's so cute, he ends up getting a bunch of free samples from different booths. Anyway, overall, Eli still has a good time, so it all worked out. The sun is already starting to set when you decide to return home for the day. Day 4. Morning. What do you want to do today? Okay, mood is all the way up. What is this? Why? Oh, I can make it jiggle. Can I make Eli jiggle? No? God damn it. Yeah, I should go to work. Yeah, just get some money. So, hey. Yeah? Well, I need to go to work. What? Why? So I can get more money? You don't have enough? Well, it's complicated. I have $0, which is not how I like to play these games. Can I come? Just take some me time today. It's not fun at all. No, you can't. Just take some me time today. I'll make it back to you. I'll be back in a jiffy. We'll both benefit from some time apart. I'll be back in a jiffy. I'll make it up to you. Whatever. Just go. I'm going for a walk. I have a job to do, and god damn it, taking care of a partner who's probably not from around here, it's not easy. You leave the house feeling slightly guilty and make your way to your aunt's cafe. Okay. It's your first day at work, and you're nervous to make any mistakes. The other employees do their best to help you get used to the work, so you can't help but feel their disapproving looks at you for getting an advantage in this job. If only they knew how worse you get paid. So you're unsure if you'd rather get looks of pity instead. Most of the customers are understanding of your circumstances and wait patiently for their drinks. At the end of your shift, you cash in your sad pay and go home. How sad? You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Is there anything you'd like to do? Why don't you cook us something? Let's cook together. You have to cook you a hearty meal together. You watch a few episodes of a trashy reality show about 10 singles on an island trying to pair up with each other. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. Day 5. Morning. What are we doing today? I have $40, so, wait, what's this? You don't have the courage to try this. Compliments? Thank you. How's about I love you? Thanks. Okay. Let's go. I don't know what to do. We go to the... Okay, let's go into town. Yeah. And we will go beach. Beach is good. Beach is very good. Yes, beach. 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 The beach is filled to the brim. No wonder. The sun is scorching hot today. You can see multiple people with a light sunburn already. You throw a worried glance over at Eli. Did you remember to put on sunscreen before we left the house? What for? So you didn't. You need to protect your skin when the sun's this strong. Or do you want that happening to you? You discreetly point at a couple rubbing eyes on each other's sunburns with a pained expression. You quickly take out some sunscreen that you brought with you and offer it to Eli. Oh, I understand now. I don't need that. Everyone needs sunscreen. Don't say I didn't warn you. Please just put it on. Please just put it on. I'm worried. Fine, I'll put it on. You observe Eli as he smears sunscreen on his face. Ugh, so sticky. Well, on your first day, you had a huge heaping serving of like cubbies, so I don't see why you're complaining now. Aren't you hot in your cardigan? Did you want me to straight die, guy? You caught me. Heh, I knew it. You probably wanted me to wear one of those, didn't you? Eli gestures towards a few beachgoers nearby, wearing bikinis and swim trunks. Yeah, only if it's comfortable for you. It's whatever to me. I'd rather not see you with that. Only if it's comfortable to you. I see. Maybe some other time. I don't really like the style of those clothes. They're not very cute. And I don't want to get half naked in front of strangers. Would you wear one just for me? I don't like it either. I doubt anyone would even look. Would you wear one just for me? For you, maybe. You take a walk along the beach for a few more hours, enjoying the fresh sea breeze before heading back home. Right. Now what? You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Is there anything you'd like to do? I found this piece of paper. Yeah, let it be. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna be broke again. You order 2 dishes from the pamphlet that arrives about 30 minutes later. While chowing down your food, you watch a romantic comedy movie about an independent woman regaining her joy for Christmas when visiting a small suburban hometown. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. Day 6. I get more money today if I went to work. Morning. What do you want to do today? I need to go to work. Yeah, let's, work. Go to work. So, hey. What? You're going away for the day again, aren't you? Yeah, sorry, I have to. Yeah. Whatever, bye. Man, what the hell? You leave the house feeling guilty, and you make your way to your aunt's cafe. On your second day at work, you still slip up and make a few mistakes, but you feel a lot more confident already. Most of the customers are pleasant this day and wait patiently for their drinks. At the end of your shift, you cash in your pay and go home. Since it's the weekend, your pay gets doubled. Nice. And I get 80? You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Is there anything you'd like to do? Why don't you cook us something? Let's cook together. Come on! After cooking a hearty meal together, you watch a few episodes of a trashy reality show about 10 singles on an island trying to pair up with each other. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. That night, you have a dream. You stand in a field of sunflowers that are slowly wilting away. Eli stands a few feet from you, but isn't looking at you. You're not sure why, but you feel like you've lost something. By the time you wake up, the dream has completely faded from your memory. The hell? Morning. What are we doing today? What do you mean I only got 60 bucks? Wait, what is this? What? Why? 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 Go, okay. I wanna... What in the hell's... You'd have the courage to try this. Compliment? Thank you. I love you. Thanks. What if I insult? No, I can't. No, it's my only choice. I don't wanna. Insult. God damn it. Well, what if we go out today? Why does it seem like it's going black and white? It's desaturating, and that's freaky. You know what? It's the weekend, so I am going to work. So, hey, just go. You really hate me, don't you? God. What is going on here? It's already your third day at work and you're starting to really get into the groove. Even though you barely messed up this time, the customers still yell at you for taking too long. They make you call over your aunt, who assures them that she will fire this rude employee on the spot at the end of the day. She, of course, does not fire you and just tells you to be a bit quicker next time. You're not sure what to tell her. At the end of your shift, you cash in your pay and go home. Since it's the weekend, your pay gets doubled. Nice. Also, double of 40 is not 60. What do you want to do? Why don't we cook something? Yeah, let's do that. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. That night, you have a dream. You stand in a field of sunflowers that are slowly wilting away. The sky is bleeding and your heartbeat slowly accelerates. You can't see Eli anywhere, but somehow you still feel their hand on your shoulder. The panic settles as you realize there's nothing to be afraid of. A piece of you has long gone missing. Am I getting a lobotomy? By the time you wake up, the dream has completely faded from your memory. Day 8. Oh boy. Morning. What are we doing today? I am going to compliment you, thank you, and I'm going to say I love you, thanks. Let's go out today, mayhaps? God, what is going on with the town? Let's go to the aquarium. Yeah, aquarium seems like a good idea. Yeah, the aquarium is quite crowded today. Despite that, a lot of people keep getting dragged off by the staff into some off-limit area labeled as the feeding room, so the crowd is quite manageable. Lucky. The hell? Eli runs between the tanks in awe, reading through all the descriptions with great attention. You probably don't need to ask if this is her first time at the aquarium. You're not even sure when you went to this aquarium the last time, though ever since the owner was quite literally thrown to the fishes, entry is free, so you might as well come by more often. Lion, look! Eli points at jellyfish that are floating in the murky red water. You're not sure how many of them are even alive. They're so pretty. Well, they're incredibly pretty. Here it says that these jellyfish have no centralized brain. Must be nice. Me too. That's weird. So they're like zombies? Me too! What do you mean? Of course you do. Let's just make a joke about being stupid. You know, despite not having a brain, these creatures are a lot smarter than you might think. Huh? Does it say that on the plaque? Oh, they're about to start the shark feeding. I want to go. Let's go. Hey, wait for me. You arrive just in time to grab some good seats to watch the show. A man scuba dives into the tank, carrying buckets of fish. The shark rips the bucket of fish out of his hand and immediately starts devouring it. The man tugs on his line a few times, but nobody pulls him back up. The audience waits impatiently for what comes next. Once the sharks have finished their meal, they turn back to the man and starts viciously ripping him to pieces. But the sharks seem far from satiated, so some of the cheering audience members are pulled aside by the staff and are thrown into the tank as well. After a few minutes, the tank has become completely murky, so you and Eli decide to leave. Those sharks are so cute. Can we get one? I don't think they'll fit in the apartment. The hell is Eli? What do you want to do? Is there anything you'd like to do? Why don't you cook us something? Sure. You cook something up to the best of your abilities, which seems to be enough to make Eli happy. After dinner, you watch a few recommended videos of gender reveal parties. The guest erupts in applause when one of the in-laws explodes and their insides reveal blue heart candy. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. No freaky dream? Morning. What are we doing today? Why? Okay, seriously, what is this? I have no clue. I love you. I compliment you. Thank you. Okay, I guess, you clear your throat? You're not sure how to proceed. This is your first relationship, after all. How do people normally do this? You just need to take the first step. Flirt carefully? You start wiggling suggestively with your eyebrows at Eli. Eli seems confused, but starts wiggling his eyebrows back at you. Mission failed. Well, we're a couple, right? Yeah? So, do you want to, you take a deep breath? Cuddle? Oh, yeah, that sounds fun. You spend the day passionately cuddling. What do you mean? Passionately cuddling? I guess we cuddled aggressively. Yeah, what do you want to do? Is there anything you'd like to do? Huh. Why'd you cook us something? Yeah, sure. Okay, you cook something to the best of your abilities. Okay. Okay, the gas are exploding. Midnight turns around. You turn off the lights and go to sleep. Day 10. Morning. Is there anything you'd like to do today? Eli? It's been 10 days. Oh, that's right. Today's the day Eli leaves. Could you stay a little longer? You know, I really thought about staying, but honestly, I'm pretty bored. Oh, it's not your fault. It's this whole world. I'm just over it. It's strange. Never felt like this before, but I feel bad. Huh. I have an idea. Close your eyes. Huh? I said, close your eyes. Before you're able to protest, everything goes dark and your consciousness drifts away. You wake up in an open field. Confused, you pick yourself up and look around. In the distance, you spy a medieval-looking castle. Just where in the world are you? Hello there, why? What? Oh, I'm sorry. Old Jerry didn't mean to startle you. I just get so excited to meet the Chosen One. Why? The Chosen One? Yep, that's you. Okay, sure, but what do you mean by the Chosen One? There's a legend that a hero will fall from the sky and put an end to the Kunkel War. That hero is you. That sounds like a lot. You have to help us. Please, brave hero. For ages, humankind have hunted dragonkind for fear of our power. In turn, dragonkind had no choice but to retaliate. We are gentle creatures at heart. I want to end this misunderstanding once and for all, and it is said that you will be the one to come to our aid in these most desperate of times. Oh, yeah, well, if it's just diplomacy. Oh, thank you, brave hero. We shall set off at once. You travel far and low through the lands of Old Kunkelstein to bring a peaceful solution to their long-raging war. As it turns out, Old Kunkelstein's king was corrupted by an evil stone forged by the god of chaos and thus won't be convinced of dragonkind's true nature. You set out to find the shattered pieces of the stone of hope forged by the goddess of light, so you can cure the king of the chaos god's influence. It's a long and egregious journey, but you make many friends along the way. One of them is EpyksLion, a half-dragon, half-human thief who joins your party to steal your supplies, but ends up stealing your heart instead. After climbing the Tower of Destiny and defeating the god of chaos for good, you're finally able to restore peace to Old Kunkelstein. You are rewarded with fame and many riches for your efforts. The King's Knights even ask you to join them for an epic new quest. But you've had enough adventures for one lifetime, so you buy a nice house by the ocean side and live out the rest of your days with EpyksLion instead. Of course, in reality, everything that happened in Old Kunkelstein was nothing more than a dream that lasted all but a second, before your heart stops and you die. Wait, what in the world? So that was the Old Kunkelstein ending. I'm not entirely sure how we could actually get the rest of the endings. Okay, yeah. Oh, man, we only got 10 days together. Oh. Eli, did you add something to my pinboard? No. Huh. Strange. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what is this? Heads on, please. Heads on. Why? Okay, well, how do I, what? You've locked the skip button. When this button is on, it will automatically skip past certain events that you've seen in the past. If you skip previously seen dates, you will only gain a set amount of stat points and lose out on additional stat gains or losses that occur from multiple choice answers. The skip button is off by default. I guess I'm not gonna hit the skip button, but what in the world is this? So, why? Heads on, please. Okay, what do I need to do? There's gonna be a dream on day 2, I guess. Okay, what's this? When the darkness threatened to consume all, you looked at the screen and felt loved. Okay. Okay, you left for work too many times. What? Okay, this. Darkness threatened to consume all, you went outside and felt loved. Okay. Darkness was closing in, you were loved. Okay. You weren't loved. Let's see, out of your journey, light remained and you were loved. Darkness began to crawl, you weren't loved. Okay, what if, okay, we're gonna do something stupid, which is to go to work every day. Okay, we're gonna go with the bad ending first to just see what happens here. Okay, yes, go to work. So, hey, yeah. Okay, let's see. Can you entertain yourself for the day? Why? Where are you going? Somewhere I could get more money. You don't have enough? Yeah, it's complicated. Can I come? It's not fun at all. I'll be back in a jiffy. I'll make it up to you. We'll both benefit from some time apart. I'll be back in a jiff. Whatever, just go. Yeah, I'm going for a walk. I still feel awful about that. Goddamn. Okay, can I skip this? Right, so I guess every time I go to work, like, I lose a little bit of something. Morning, sunshine. Morning. We need to hurry. Why are we in a hurry? Festival in the park. Wanna go? Heard they're selling out fast. Let's see. Yeah, let's go. Even though you arrived at the venue early, the park is already jam-packed with everyone else who had the same idea. There's so many people. Our festival's always this busy. Sometimes even worse. Really? So we got lucky. Right, let's just put it that way. As the day goes by, you scroll through different booths, checking out what they have to offer while taking in the festival atmosphere. Let's see. Let's splurge. You tell Eli to pick his favorite booths and buy him a portion from a few stalls. He insists on sharing, so you have a few bites as well. Since Eli's so cute, he ends up getting a bunch of free samples from different booths afterwards, so you decide to take some of the food back home. After all, it seems Eli had a great time at the festival. The sun is already setting when you decide to return home for the day. Day 4. Morning. What are we doing today? Alright, I'm going to, like, compliment you and also tell you I love you, and then I'm gonna go to work. So, hey, again? You went yesterday already. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Whatever, go if you have to. Bye! You leave the house feeling guilty. And I don't even make that much money. It's like 40 bucks each time? Or less? I don't even know. Okay, you cash your sat pay and go home. You turn to Eli's. The sun is setting. What do you want to do? Why don't we cook something? Okay, we made a hearty meal together. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. That night you have a dream. The world's getting worse! Sky's bleeding. You can't see Eli. You still feel the hand on your shoulder. There's nothing to be afraid of. A piece of you has long gone missing. I still don't know what this means. By the time you wake up, the dream has completely faded from memory. Day 5. How much worse has the town gone? Morning. What are we doing today? What if we make things worse? I'm going to say I love you, and I'm going to compliment you, and then I'm gonna go to work. So hey, just go. Bye, Eli! Okay, got it. Oh my god, everything's bloody. Their day at work is start to get into the groove. Only half the customers don't pay today, and the rest seem too tired to complain about the lead that's been spilling into the soda machine. When the customers get violently assaulted and shredded to pieces as they're trying to order, someone films it and posts it on social media. Your ad seems pleased over the free press and gives you a thumbs up, even though you literally just stood there. At the end of your shift, you cash in your sad pay and go home. I'm not even using any of my money. That's the worst part. What do you want to do? Why don't you cook us something? Sure. Alright, you cook something to the best of your abilities, gender reveal party, someone blows up, and it's day 6. God, I'm being a terrible boyfriend. What are we doing today? Ooh, man, your mood is down. You know what? What if I just don't bother? I don't even know what this is. The darkness is coming. It's gotta work. Just go. Bye, Eli. You leave the house feeling very guilty and make your way to Aunt's cafe. Yeah. You're not the newest employee anymore, and you get to watch someone else make the same mistakes you did when you first arrived. You sadly send your condolences when they make the wrong drink for the 3rd time, and get cussed out by your aunt. During your shift, a few people you recognize from the news barge into the store. You manage to warn the new employee in time for them to duck away, as the new group starts going at it with their spiked baseball bats, destroying everything inside. While you're cleaning up after them, you pat yourself on the shoulder for saving the new person. But when a new customer comes in and you're not able to serve them a drink, they're furious. Before you're able to step in, they grab a hold of the new employee's hand and slams it repeatedly against the broken remains of the register until the employee's face looks like an uneaten plate of red cabbage and they fall limp onto the floor. At the end of your shift, you cash in your pay and go home. Since the weekend, your pay gets doubled. Nice. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Remember that place we passed by? It had a really interesting smell. I want to see what kind of food they smell. I mean, they sell. Sure. You have a nice night out at a restaurant and return home a few hours later. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. Day 7. Morning. What are we doing today? Okay. You know, I have a feeling things are real bad. Okay. Actually, I'm wondering, how did this trigger? How did this get triggered? Okay, you left for work too many times. I don't even know. When the darkness closes in, you weren't loved. When the light remained, you weren't loved. Let's see. When light remained, you were loved. When the light remained, your love fell short. When darkness began to crawl, you were loved. I really don't know what they want. Like, I'm so confused, but I think it's got to do with like how much we raise like the affection and mood over time, and how often we go to work. Which in this case, I'm doing the absolute worst thing I could. So hey, just go. Let's see how bad the new employee does. You do your best to work and make very few mistakes. A few of the customers try to kill you, but you manage to dodge their attacks. At the end of your shift, you cash in your pay and go home. Since the weekend, your pay gets doubled. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Found this piece of paper in your letterbox. Okay, yeah, let's give it a call. Order 2 dishes for the pamphlet that arrived about 2 hours later. You watch a gore movie about a killer clown with a sharp nose and a tiny hat while chowing down on your food. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. Day 8. I'm just wondering how much worse we can make this. What are we doing today? I'm gonna go to work again. Goodbye. So hey, just go. Bye. You leave the house feeling very guilty and make your way to Aunt's cafe. You do your best at work and make very few mistakes. A few of the customers try to kill you, but you manage to dodge any attacks. At the end of your shift, you cash in your sad pay and go home. Okay, let's make dinner together. Okay, got it. Oh, God, this is just terrible. Jesus. Morning. What are we doing today? Nothing. We're doing absolutely nothing. Goodbye, Eli. So, hey, just go. Bye. You leave the house feeling very guilty and make your way to Aunt's cafe. Right. You do your best at work and make very few mistakes. A few of the customers try to kill you, but you manage to dodge any attacks. Day of your shift, you cash in your sad pay and go home. Turn to Eli's sun is setting. Let's make dinner in day 10. Yo! Morning. Morning! You feel like something was supposed to happen today, but you just can't remember what it was. It was probably nothing then, you tell yourself. So what are we doing today? Huh. Before you're able to come up with an answer, you feel a vibration in your pocket and take out your phone. Is your aunt telling you to come in today, no matter what? Apparently, she desperately needs hands on deck. You smirk at the possible paycheck, and you can extort out of her for this. Look. No. Eli. You're not going anywhere. He let out an apologetic sigh. I'm sorry, I have to. You have to? Huh? Suddenly you feel a strange sensation. At first it feels like multiple people shoved long spindly fingers underneath your skin and are slowly crawling up your arms and legs. You're unable to move a single muscle on your body, even though you'd love nothing more than emptying the contents of your stomach at this moment. You're unable to do anything. The uncomfortable feeling quickly turns into excruciating pain as you feel the hands grab a hold of your limbs and forcefully twist them in all different directions. Your limbs keep bending further and further into all kinds of different shapes they're not supposed to take. You keep waiting for the sounds of your bones snapping under the pressure, but it never arrives. Instead, it almost feels like your bones are changing their shape alongside your flesh, making room for a new form to emerge. You're not sure how long you endure this pain until you finally lose consciousness. When you wake up, you're unable to move anything. Your head feels heavy, or the piece of flesh you think used to be your head. Eli stands in front of you with a calm smile. You try to say something, but all that is able to escape your mouth is a dusty groan. You can't even move your lips properly. What happened to you? Don't worry, your transformation is over. I think it looks great. Now you'll never leave again. From the corner of your eye, you're able to spy your reflection on the TV screen. You've been reduced to nothing more than a small cube of twisted flesh and bone. And worse, you're hit with the realization that this will be your fate for the rest of your days. They can't come soon enough. Well, that's another ending. Okay, this time I guess what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to try not to go to work at all, which is probably gonna be terrible for my stats, but I'm gonna like try every single day to like compliment and actually like tell Eli that I love them. So yeah, let's see. Where can we go today? Probably nowhere good. Like, being for real here, I don't think we can go to the aquarium. Like, being for real, you don't have enough money. God damn it. I will go home then, I guess. Because there's not much we can do. You'd have the courage to try this. Yeah, I guess the only thing we can do is play a game, which is to, like... yeah, all we can do is just, like, play the game, which is just, like, make your own map and, like, just make Eli happy, I suppose. God. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to go for a very similar, like, design to the last one, but, well, Eli loves it, so yippee. Alright, let's see. Yep, I'm happy with this today. Let's wrap it up. Eli glances over at you with a satisfied smile. That was fun. Let's do it again. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What would you like to do? Is there anything you'd like to do? Why don't we cook something? After cooking a hearty meal together, you watch a few episodes of a superhero show that's currently trending. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. And it's day 3. Alright, let's see. Wake up to a light shade at your side. Eli is up early and looks at you with big shimmering eyes. Morning, sunshine. And let me guess, you want to go to the park again? Yeah, there's a festival. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Okay, we have no money, and I think we'll just skip right through this. Alright, it's the next day, and I really don't know what we can do today. I'll just tell Eli that... No, don't crash on me! Man, I love RPG Maker. God, okay, I can compliment Eli. Okay, that's great. And now, I can cuddle with Eli. Okay. You're not sure how to proceed. This is your first relationship after all. How do people normally do this? You need to take the first step. Flirt casually. So, you come here often? I currently live here. Mission failed! Well, we're a couple, right? Yeah. Do you want to, like, you take a deep breath? Cuddle? Oh, yeah, that sounds fun. You spend the day passionately cuddling. That's all we did. We passionately cuddled. That's it. Okay, what do you want to do? Why don't we cook something? After cooking a hearty meal together, you watch a few episodes of a superhero show that's currently trending. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. Day 5. Right. Morning. What do you want to do today? Okay, so, mood is really up, so I'm gonna tell you I love you. Is that all you gotta say? Thanks. Thank you. Can I do this again? So, still come here often? Eli stares at you for a few seconds before shaking his head. Again? Already? Let's do something else today. Yeah, sure. What do you want to do? Okay, let's go park. So I guess we just gotta change up our routine every now and then. The park is quite lively today. You come across many people walking their dogs. Eli raises an eyebrow every time you pass by a dog. Are all of those dogs? So, you've seen a dog before? Uh-huh, in a documentary. Right. And yeah, those are all dogs. They all look so different from each other. How come? Overbreeding. Who wouldn't want more dogs? I don't know. Overbreeding. Oh, people really love dogs, don't they? Haven't seen anyone with a different animal. Let's see. Well, dogs are just the best. I see. I do like dogs as well. It's cute how much they love you, even though you keep them in prison for most of the day. Eli stretches out his hand when a dog passes by again, trying to give it a pat. And also, what do you mean by that, Eli? Eli! The dog immediately recoils and glares at Eli. The owner apologizes and quickly drags the barking dog along, but Eli doesn't seem all that bothered. You watch some more dogs frolicking in the fields before you decide to call it a day and go home. Right. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? On this piece of paper in your letterbox, I think they'll bring us food if we call the number that's written there. We should do that. A quick look at your wallet tells you that there is no way you're able to afford that right now. What if we try cooking something similar instead? Okay. Look, this is what you get for not letting me go to work! Okay, you're not quite sure if you got there, but Eli seems content anyway. After dinner, you watch a few episodes of an anime about a reincarnated high schooler whose useless skill turns out to be the strongest spell in the world. Turned off the lights, go to sleep, and it is day 6. I think this is a good idea to, like, save here. Morning. What do you want to do today? Okay, I'm gonna make a save because I feel like this is important. I'm going to say I love you, and I'm going to compliment you, and then we're gonna play a game. No. What's wrong? The map I made last time is gone. File must have corrupted. Oh, my hard work. That's okay, you can just make something new. The house last time was too small anyway. We should make a bigger one this time. Okay. God damn it. Okay, legit, I wonder what Eli thinks of this house. Let's give it a try. Let's see what Eli says. Oh, it looks great. With okay. You're fine with the fact that I move our beds like even further apart. This is totally fine. This is totally normal. This is totally fine. Oh god, it's okay. Okay, got it. Okay. We're good. Let's close it. You want to wrap up for today? Yes. Eli glances over at you with a satisfied smile. That was fun. Let's do it again. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Why don't you cook us something? Sure. You cook something up to the best abilities, which seems enough to make Eli happy. After dinner, you watch a few recommended videos of animals being adorable. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. God. Okay, what else do you want me to do? Morning. What do you want to do today? I don't really know what else I gotta do. Like, just like a few more days to go. I'm gonna compliment you and gonna tell you I love you. And then I'm gonna ask for a cuddle. Eli looks at you puzzled for a moment before they start laughing. Every day. You spend the day passionately and aggressively cuddling. Right. And now what? You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What would you like to do? Remember that place we passed by? It had a really interesting smell. I want to see what kind of food they smell. Quick look at the prices tell you that you can absolutely not afford that right now. You know, why don't we try cooking something similar instead? Okay. Look up some recipes to try and make something similar to the food they serve at the restaurant. You're not sure if you quite got there, but Eli seems content anyway. Yeah, after dinner, you watch a few episodes of an anime about magical girls who fight with the power of the stars. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. Oh my god. Oh, there's so many days to this. Good morning, love. What do you want to do today? Oh god. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Apparently Eli's really in love with me. Compliment and tell you I love you. And then we go to the park because you love the park. Like, we definitely love the park. And darkness hasn't crept over the entire place, so I think we're fine. We're fine. After walking along the path for a short while, Eli suddenly nudges you. What's with this sign? She points towards a crossed-out sign with a picture of a pigeon. It's letting you know that you're not supposed to feed the pigeons in the park. Why's that? Because it's against the law. Why would they make a law like that against pigeons? Because they poop everywhere because people hate fun? Well, because it's bad for them. Feeding them is bad for them? I don't know, I'm just saying what I've heard. You don't say. You shrug and decide to move on with your walk. Only a few minutes later, Eli stops again in her tracks and directs your attention over to a park bench. Look, this lady is breaking the law. Indeed, just a few feet away, an older lady is sitting on the bench, throwing breadcrumbs at a flock of pigeons at her feet. She's like their queen. Most animals are very food motivated. If I feed you, will you bark for me? Woof. Oh. When you look back, you see that the park ranger has approached the old lady and asked her politely to stop. She grumbles something under her breath and scurries away. Ah. After continuing your walk for a while, it loops back around and you pass by the bench once more. The old lady is back in her old spot, cheerfully feeding the pigeons. Whoa, she has such an unbreakable bond with those pigeons. A true pigeon hero. Huh. I wish I could be that dedicated to something. After some more bird watching, you return back home. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What would you like to do? There's a piece of paper in your letterbox. I can't do that right now. Like, yeah, I ain't going to work at all, Eli. Look up some more recipes and try to make something similar to the brochure. You're not sure if you got quite there. Eli is quite happy. You got the strongest spell. Okay, midnight creeps around, and it is day 9. Right. Gosh darn it. Morning, love. What do you want to do today? God, I don't know. Like, your affection's all the way up. I don't know what that means for me. I love you, and then I compliment you, and then we play... Should we play a game or should we cuddle? So, still come here often? Eli looks at you puzzled for a moment before they start laughing. Every day. You spend the day passionately cuddling. That's all we did, and nothing else. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What would you like to do? How would you like me to disappoint you today? Yep, with, like, ordering something in when I don't have the money, Eli. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Day 10. When you roll out of bed this morning, you can feel a pit in your stomach. This is it. Before you knew it, 10 days had come and passed. When your eyes meet Eli's, you can't think of anything to say. Hey, can we go to the park? Yeah. No, I guess we go park. We go park. The two of you take a stroll through the park, holding hands, neither muttering as much as a word. So you don't need to talk to enjoy each other's company. Just being near each other is enough. Yeah, you can't help but feel a lump in your throat, knowing this will be your last date for a while. Suddenly, Eli stops in her tracks and shoots you a soft smile. This is where you took me when we first met. It feels just like yesterday, doesn't it? You look at Eli, a little puzzled. This is the first place I took you after we met in person, you mean? Yeah. Can't believe it's been 10 days already. Time really passes too fast. So you've been avoiding it. You know you can't dodge the topic much longer. You're leaving today, aren't you? Hey, I've been thinking. I want to stay. Wait. Eli's gonna stay? Do you mean it? Yeah. You don't have any responsibilities waiting for you at home. Don't worry about that. Eli pulls you into a hug. You stand there for a while, enveloped in each other's embrace, basking in the sun. You feel like the luckiest person on the planet, and there will be many more wonderful days to come. Nah. Sweet. Okay, so right now we got full affection points of Eli, and darkness is creeping in, so that means we only triggered the dream sequence once. So I'm gonna see what happens here. When you meet Eli's eyes, you can't think of anything to say. Let's go to the beach. Well, I'm a little short. Check again. Huh? Oh, I do have enough. Huh. Yay, let's go. Why do I have 20 bucks? Okay, let's go. You walk along the beach for a while, letting the wind ruffle through your hair. Why do you look so sad? You let out a sharp sigh. Because you're going home today. Who said I'm going home, silly? Huh? I thought you said... I changed my mind. I like it here. I'm staying. Really? Yep. Eli jumps into your arms for a hug. You feel like the luckiest person in the world. Eli moves in with you on the same day, and your blissful home life starts. You feel so happy that you don't even notice the people around you disappearing one by one. After a few months, you barely come across anyone else anymore. All shops and establishments have closed down. All that doesn't matter to you though, since you get to spend every single one of your day admiring your beloved. You can't even remember the last time you ate something. But why would you need to? As long as you're by Eli's side for the rest of your days, nothing else matters. Even if those days are pretty short and you die of malnutrition soon after? Well, that's what happens if we don't, if we don't get our bread, honestly. Okay, so I think we accidentally triggered the dream sequence twice, and we woke up to a weird smell on day 10. When you look around the room, you notice that you're alone. You look for Eli, but they're nowhere to be found. However, before you're able to properly look for them, you realize what you've been smelling. There's smoke rising all around you. Your building's on fire. You look for Eli. Double check every room while yelling for Eli's name, but there's no response. Keep looking. You can't just abandon Eli like this. They could be passed out somewhere in the corner, and you just missed them. You keep looking, desperately yelling their name over and over. Smoke has completely enveloped your room by now and is gradually filling your lungs. You cough and cough. Your knees grow tired. Your eyes grow blurry. Every time you yell Eli's name, all that escapes your lips is a dusty cough. At some point, your legs give in and you start crawling. Finally, you spy Eli's silhouette beneath the smoke. With no more air to shout, you use all your energy, and then you die? The hell was that ending? Okay, so we have triggered the dream sequence twice. That means darkness should be threatening to consume the world. Let's see what happens. Good morning. Also, our affection points are full, so that's another thing. Morning. You can't help but break out into a huge grin. What's with you today? I'm just feeling lucky is all. Lucky? Because I got to wake up next to you. I feel very lucky too. What do you want to do today, love? Anywhere is wonderful if it's with you. Ha. I want to go to the park. The two of you take a stroll through the park, holding hands, neither muttering as much as a word. So you don't need to talk to enjoy each other's company. Just being near each other is enough. Especially on such a beautiful day as this one. You feel like the grass has never been greener, and the chirping of the birds never been lovelier than today. You glance over at Eli. Her eyes are even more vibrant and beautiful than anything in the park. You could get lost in them forever. You're cute. Well, you're the cutest. Then you should kiss me already. You're about to pull Eli in for a long smooch when you're interrupted by a loud noise. A man starts running towards you with a big yell, arms stretched out and ready to give you a big hug. He's about to reach you when Eli gives him a strong glare and he explodes into a small pieces of confetti. Oh gee, that surprised me. You okay? I'm fine, but what about you? You're covered in that stuff. I'm alright. But that did ruin my mood. Let's go home and take a shower. You have some stuck on you as well. Yeah, that's alright. I like confetti. Huh. You're so funny like this? What do you mean? Eli? Don't worry about it, my little ant. Okay. That's great. So I was trying to do a run where I don't receive any affection points with Eli, but somehow I still got more affection points. And on day 9, as I'm trying to build a new house, I get this prompt. So that's the kind of home you'd like to have. I remember that. Please don't. That was goofing. Sure. Maybe some more. I was goofing. Just one thing. Where are we supposed to sleep? Okay, I guess I gotta actually make a house. Okay, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do this. All right? Hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah? Is this enough? I guess so. I guess. Yep. Let's just wrap up for today. Hopefully Eli will be happy with this, because I don't want to go through this whole thing all over again. What do you want to do? Okay. Okay. Whatever. I don't really care. I just want to get to day 10. With no incidents, please. When you roll out of bed this morning, you can feel a pit in your stomach. This is it. Before you know it, 10 days has come and passed. You're going back home today. Yeah. An awkward silence fills the air. So your time together has been short. You can't help but feel sad. You don't want to go back to a long-distance relationship when you can't even remember what it used to be like. You try to think of something that could make the goodbye more bearable, but before you have the chance to mutter a word, Eli pulls you into a hug. I'm sorry. Goodbye. When you open your eyes, Eli is gone. Eli? Who is Eli? You don't know anyone named Eli. Why would anyone be in your room anyway? You live alone, and you've lived alone for a while. You shake your head a few times. These thoughts must be remnants of a lingering dream, you tell yourself. A long yawn escapes your lips. Your eyelids have never felt heavier. Maybe I should sleep some more. Yeah, that's what I'll do. You lie back down. For a moment, you feel as though you could see the blurry silhouette of a person. But once you fall asleep, the image fades for good. Well, goddammit. Okay, so I painstakingly made sure that we did not raise any affection points and we did not cause a catastrophe from happening. We did not let the darkness win. So, when you roll out of bed this morning, you can feel a pit in your stomach. This is it. Before you know it, 10 days had come and passed. But something is off. Eli is nowhere to be found. Neither are any of their belongings. As you scan every nook and cranny of your room, you eventually find a letter, sealed and neatly placed on top of your desk. Hey, Lion. As you may have noticed, I have quietly left this morning. I would have said goodbye, but I was in a hurry. My bad. While I did enjoy my time with you, I can't say that I haven't grown bored of this place. You are a very sweet person, and I wish you a happy future, so I won't return while you're still around. Don't worry about trying to contact me. Well, try to contact me. You can't. Good luck, and bye-bye, Eli. You slowly let the paper sink and stare off into the distance. You're not sure how to feel. Well, indifferent. You knew Eli was going to leave today, and so they did. A part of you feels like this should upset you, but it doesn't. Do you even love Eli? Have you ever? You can't say. Perhaps a breakup was just a natural next step. You fold up the letter and throw it away. You decide to go for a walk. Few clouds obscure the sun. Most would say it's a beautiful day. You take a deep breath, inhaling the fresh air carried into town from the ocean. You feel that, with time, Eli will be nothing more than a brief memory. And maybe that's for the best. Goodbye, Eli. I don't understand why that was like the hardest freaking ending to get. Okay? Like making sure nothing bad happens, while also making sure that you have like no affection points is so hard in this game. You have no idea how long I've been trying back here. Okay, so this is what happens if like you allow the dream sequence to happen once and you don't have any affection points. So let's see. This is it. Before you know it, 10 days had come and passed. Something is off. Eli is nowhere to be found. And neither are any of their belongings. In fact, there isn't a single trace of Eli left in your apartment. Almost as if they'd never been there in the first place. You check your phone to see if they've left you a message, but realize that you don't have their number saved. How could that be? Didn't you meet through a dating portal? You rush to your computer, desperately looking for any chat logs with Eli, but they're all gone. It's almost like Eli was never there to begin with. Almost like you had only imagined them. But that couldn't be, could it? Surely your memory couldn't betray you like this. You storm outside, disregarding the cloudy sky, spelling rain at any moment. Somebody, anybody in the neighborhood must have seen you and Eli together at some point. But anyone you try to stop either completely ignores you or rudely shoos you away. After running around for a while, someone seems willing to help. Eli? Oh yeah, I've seen you two together. I'm pretty sure I saw them over there. Follow me. Relieved, you follow the stranger into a back alley. But there's no sign of Eli. In a matter of seconds, a sharp pain penetrates your back. In hindsight, you should have seen that coming. The stranger yanks your house keys out of your pocket before ditching you on the pavement. You try and drag yourself out of the alley, but only manage to walk a few steps before collapsing again. Your calls for help go completely ignored as the people quickly scurry by. Eli. Why? You spend your last breath cursing at this cruel world. God damn it. Okay, so once again, we've only triggered the darkness event once, and we don't have enough affection points for Eli to stay. So let's see what happens. You roll out of bed, you feel a pit in your stomach. This is it. Before you know it, 10 days had come and passed. So you're going back home today? Has it been 14 days already? Yeah, 14! So your time together may have been short. You can't help but feel sad. You don't want to go back to a long-distance relationship when you can't even remember what it used to be like. You try to think of anything that could make this goodbye more bearable, but before you have a chance to mutter a word, Eli pulls you into a hug. Thank you. I'm sorry, but I must leave you to the fate of your world now. When you open your eyes, Eli is gone. Eli? Who's Eli? Even though you don't know anyone named Eli, the name still causes your heart to ache. You feel like something's been forcefully ripped out of you, and you can't explain why or what it even is. Maybe it's the aftermath of a bad nightmare, you tell yourself. As the days go on, you're still unable to shake this feeling. Even after consulting a therapist, they can't identify the root of your feelings. They say it's almost like you're missing what was never there in the first place. You spend the rest of your days chasing a blurry mirage. Well, goddamn. Okay, so we're in the final stretch for like 2 more endings, and for this for this first run, I am going to try to take Eli out for as many dates as possible. Let's go to the beach. See where that takes us, because now the world's completely screwed. The beach is filled to the brim. No wonder. The sun is scorching hot today. In fact, there are multiple people to have melted. They seem to have melted in the harsh sunlight. A flock of seagulls are happily picking away at the rotting corpses. It smells pretty bad. You throw a worried glance over at Eli. Did you remember to put on sunscreen before we left the house? What for? So you didn't. You need to protect your skin when the sun's is strong. Or do you want that happening to you? You point towards the bones and a few lumps of flesh, once belonging to a person that has been left behind by the ravaging seagulls. You quickly take out some sunscreen that you brought with you and offer it to Eli. Oh, I understand now. I don't need that. Oh, well... Man, everyone needs sunscreen. Fine, I'll put it on. You observe Eli as she smears sunscreen on her face. Ugh, so sticky. You need to put it on the rest of your exposed skin as well. I can help you at the back. That was your real objective, huh? Well, you caught me. Heh, I knew it. You probably wanted me to wear one of those, didn't you? Eli gestured towards a bikini that was discarded by a seagull after it realized that the fabric does in fact not taste good. Well, I did. Maybe some other time. Before your eyes only. I don't really like the style of these clothes. They're not really cute. I don't want to get half naked in front of strangers. I mean, most of them are dead anyway. Still, would you wear one just for me? For you, maybe. You take a walk along the beach for a few more hours before the smell of rotting corpses gets so bad that you decide you had enough and go back home. I like how this is just our normal now. This is just normal to us. Okay, let's see. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? I found this piece of paper in your letterbox. I think they'll bring us food if we call the number that's written here. Should we do that? Yeah, sure. You order 2 dishes for the pamphlet that arrives in about 2 hours. You watch a gory movie about a killer clown. We've already seen this. Once midnight creeps around, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. So, there are supposedly, 2, romance endings, once you actually get to this point. So, I'm a bit curious about that. Morning, love. What do you want to do today? Okay, first things first, I need to compliment you, and I need to tell you I love you, okay, and then we go to the aquarium, where things are undoubtedly screwed. Things are definitely screwed. The aquarium is a little less crowded today. Perhaps because visitors keep getting dragged into the mysterious feeding room, you decide to stick close to Eli, just in case. After a while, you end up back in the jellyfish exhibit. This is when Eli taps on your shoulder. Hey, can you get us something to eat? Sure. Thanks. Don't go anywhere though, okay? Uh-huh. You head off towards the cafeteria. The cafeteria is eerily empty when you arrive. This surprises you for a moment until you notice the dead customers and servers sprawled across the floor, their skulls bashed open. Must have been the blood cult another customer who has just entered the cafeteria. Mutters and shrugs. Oh, wait. Oh, it must have been the blood cult, I see. Guess it's a buffet then, they say, and grab some of the food that hasn't been contaminated from the aftermath of this blood feast. You also go rummaging through the kitchen until you finally find 2 pristine portions of cummies and head back. By the time you get back, the aquarium has gotten a lot quieter. Despite this, you can't see Eli anywhere. Has he walked off? You're about to worry that Eli might have been dragged off by the staff to the feeding room, when you finally spy the familiar face. Next to the corner of a jellyfish tank. Lost in a trance, Eli sways back and forth in front of the tank, almost as if mimicking the movement of the jellyfish in front of him. Up to Eli. Oh no, my boyfriend's it's a jellyfish! I'm gonna start swaying next to Eli. What's that supposed to be? You look silly. I thought we were dancing together. What were you doing? I wasn't doing anything. You were swaying back and forth. Was I? Didn't notice. Okay. I'm bored. Let's go home. Yep, well, let's do that. You're already walking out of the exhibit when you notice that Eli has turned around to wave at the tanks. You stare at the jellyfish inside the tank. The murky red water makes it difficult to see anything, but for a moment you feel like the jellyfish is staring back. Okay, great. Okay, what do you want to do? Let's see. Why don't you cook us something? Sure. Okay, cook something up to the best abilities. You watch a few recommended videos of gender reveal parties where one of the in-laws explode. Okay, midnight creeps around, turn off the light, and it's day 8. Just 2 more days of this. 2 more days. Morning, love. What do you want to do today? Right. What do you mean your affection is down? I compliment you and I tell you I love you. Okay, your affection is up. Okay, don't worry about the darkness that's slowly seeping into our world. Save 4, I believe, and then... Oh, let's cuddle. We cuddle. We cuddle. We cuddle. You clear your throat. Not sure how to proceed. Let's flirt aggressively. You're looking just... wow today. Like, damn, I'm one lucky bean. Thanks. I wear the same 2 outfits every day, though. Mission failed! Oh, well. We're a couple, right? Yeah. Do you want to, you take a deep breath? Cuddle? Oh, yeah, that sounds fun. You spend the day passionately cuddling. Right, nice. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Why don't we cook something? After cooking a hearty meal together, you watch a few episodes of a show about violent superheroes being brutally murdered in increasingly creative ways. You mean The Boys? I've not watched The Boys, if you guys can tell. Okay, let's see. Day 9. And how screwed is today gonna be? What do you want to do today? Each other. I love you, and I compliment you, and I take you out on a datey date, cause datey date is good. We go beach. Beach is good. Beach is fun. When you arrive at the beach, you manage to secure a nice shady spot underneath a palm tree. It seems as though most of the other beachgoers are currently engaging in various water activities. After the sun has been cooking people alive for the past few days, that might be the right call, you think, though the murky red water doesn't seem any more inviting. To you. To each their own, you suppose. Say, humans aren't marine animals at all, but they're so drawn to the water. Why's that, you think? It's refreshing. I guess. You don't like the water? It doesn't seem interesting. What about swimming? I don't know, is swimming fun? Yeah, a lot. I see. Don't think it's for me, though. The ocean looks kind of boring from the top. From the top? I'm more interested about the things that live inside the water and near the bottom. Like all the fish we saw in the aquarium. Let's go there again soon. They don't creep you out? What do you mean? Well, some deep-sea creatures look pretty scary. It's fine if they're behind glass, but I wouldn't want to run into that in the ocean. Really? Huh. What scares you? You try to think back to the last time something truly scared you, but your head is currently empty. No thoughts, only spooky. There are things you remember being scared of in the past, but you feel like at some point you stopped experiencing fear altogether. I don't really have that many fears, I guess. You do interact with the most dangerous animal daily. I do? Which one's that? Humans. You have to think about that for a moment. The blood cult that's been rampaging the city, murdering any civilian inside comes to mind. Yeah, that's true. So I guess that makes me the most dangerous animal as well, huh? Duh. An awkward silence fills the air. After a few minutes, Eli stretches and gets up. I'm bored. Me too. Let's go home. Oh, please tell me I've got enough affection points! I want more affection points! What do you want to do? Remember that place we passed by? It had a really interesting smell. I want to see what kind of food they sell. A quick look at the prices tells you that you can absolutely not afford that right now. You know, why don't we try cooking something similar instead? Okay. You look up at some recipes and try to make something similar to the food they serve in the restaurant. You're not sure if you got there, but Eli seems content anyway. After dinner, you watch a few episodes of an anime about magical girl zombies that attack anyone on sight. That sounds kind of dope, actually. Alright. Day 10. Day 10. Please tell me I got enough affection points. You let out a big yawn and slowly get out of bed. To your surprise, Eli has already left and tidied up her side of the bed. Eli? Then it dawns on you. Today's the last day. Last day of what? You can't remember. That's when Eli burst into the room, multiple bags and suitcases under her arms. Morning! Did you wake up just now? What are all those bags for? Our travels? We're leaving today, remember? That's what you've been trying to remember! Today's the last day on your apartment because you're going on voyage with Eli. I forgot. Let's go! Wait a moment. I haven't packed my bags yet. I know. Because I packed them. That's so thoughtful of you. Oh my god. Yeah. Of course. Let's go. You start traveling around the country on foot, since most of the public transport has stopped running at this point. The few planes that still take off tend to crash, so it's better to avoid them. Exploring the different ruins that were once neighboring cities is very exciting. You tell Eli about your last few visits and how much things have changed since then. During your travels, you get to see a few riots and public executions in person. Someone gives you a fresh batch of popcorn to chew on while a couple of people are skinned on stage. You can't help but roll your eyes at these newer forms of entertainment and slightly lament the loss of the internet. At least the popcorn's good. As you and Eli make your way through the cities, they become increasingly more abandoned. At last, you stop meeting other humans on your travels. That makes sense, you think. Eventually, they had to run out of people to publicly execute. Typical entertainment industry, running everything good to the ground. But even if you're the last human on this planet, that's alright, you think. As long as you have each other. Alright, sweet. One more romance ending before we can get the true ending. Holy hell. Okay, right now we're on day 9. And I think what we have to do is that we gotta like make sure everything's screwed up. We reach max affection points, okay? And we have to go through like the map building minigame several times. Like we have to go through it at least 4 times. So the first is that you get the prompt to like make a house with like nature surrounding it. Then there's a larger house. Then there's the house by the ocean. And now we get a prompt to make whatever we want. So, what are we feeling today? I can't think of anything. Just build whatever you want. We can do something else if you're bored. I like watching you come up with these. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna take a moment to make my dream house, and hopefully it will be to their liking. So yeah. Okay, this is the house I decided on. Don't ask me why I decided to have like the lake or the ocean like come into the house, but it's fine. So that's the kind of home you'd like to have? I'll remember that. Sure. Yeah, I guess I'll be happy with this, honestly. With like the bed right next to the ocean, like, God, the water damage is gonna be insane. Also, like, all the corpses around is gonna be like, it's a nice touch. It's splendid. I love it. I love it. Anyway, I think that's gonna be enough for today. Thank you. Eli glances over at you with a satisfied smile. That was fun. Let's do it again. You turn to Eli as the sun is setting. What do you want to do? Okay. Why don't we cook something? Whatever. Okay. Day 10. Please give me something different. For love of God, I tried this too hard. For too long. Good morning. Morning. You feel like something was supposed to happen today. You look at Eli, but he just smiles at you. It was probably nothing. Hey, can we play that game again? Sure, but was there much left to do? I have an idea. Hey, I have a request. Huh? Would you make me the space of your dreams? The space of my dreams. Somewhere you want to spend the rest of the time. Yeah, I could do that. Thank you. Just go ahead and press the little play button once you're happy with it, okay? What if it's just blank? Yeah? You wait for Eli to say anything, but there's nothing. You try and look at them, but your vision fills with darkness. Did I screw up? After you blink a few times, you realize that you're not in your room at all anymore. You've been transported into the game. Or have you always been here? You're not so sure anymore. Maybe I should have done a little better. You have a distant memory of a room and a town, but maybe that was just a dream. What have I done? Suddenly you hear a soft voice, far away, but yet so close. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about the past. The past is gone. I'll stay by your side. Now and forever. In the void! You have to understand, I have made this space far too many times. Oh no! I've had to make this space over and over and over. Oh, God. Okay, once you get all 12 endings, you are supposed to be able to get, like, the true ending. And for that, like, we're going to need to make sure we don't screw things up with Eli. We need to make sure that our affection points are all the way up. So, okay, so I'm going to compliment you, and I'm going to tell you I love you. That's good. That's so good. And then we're gonna cuddle by wiggling our eyebrows. She's giggling and gives us an affirmative nod. That's great. That's great. Okay, we spend the day passionately cuddling. That's great. That's great. Okay, and now? Okay, what do you want to do? I don't really care. I just want to get this day over with. Okay, Eli, it's day 10. When you roll out of bed this morning, you can feel a pit in your stomach. This is it. Before you knew it, 10 days had come and passed, as well as nearly 4 hours for me. When your eyes meet Eli's, you can't think of anything to say. Hey, can we go to the park? Yeah. I guess we go to the park. Please tell me this gets us the true ending, because for the love of God, I don't need to do this again. The two of you take a stroll through the park, holding hands, neither muttering as much as a word. So you don't need to talk to enjoy each other's company. Just being near each other is enough. Yet you can't help but feel a lump in your throat, knowing this will be a last date for a while. Suddenly, Eli stops in his tracks and shoots you a soft smile. This is where you took me when we first met. It feels just like yesterday, doesn't it? You look at Eli a little puzzled. This is the first place I took you after we met in person, you mean? There's something I have to tell you. We didn't meet through a dating site. Honestly, I'm not even sure what this is. Or what that is. I just told your brain to come up with an explanation that would work for you. You told my brain? I'm sorry. I didn't have a strong opinion on humans before, so I didn't really care about manipulating your memories. I still don't really care that much. Is this like a Chuny thing? That's messed up if true. Are you an alien? Do you think an alien would look like a human? That's such a human thing to think. How should I explain? I guess to your kind, I'd be something like a god. I've been dating God this whole time? Oh, yeah. I've got some serious game. Well, if you're truly a god, can you read my mind? I could do much more than that. Really? How much money do I have in my pockets then? 0. Oh. You feel a little silly for worrying so much about keeping a secret now. You could have said something, you know? But it was funnier not to. Also, I don't really understand a lot of concepts from this world, so most of your thoughts sound like gibberish to me. I feel like you should have done more research before coming here. I did watch a documentary or two on your people. Made by humans? Ew, no, those bore me to death. Okay, let's say you are a god. Why would you choose to date me out of all people? Like, why do I keep pulling gods? I find the kind of romantic relationships humans have interesting, so I wanted to know what it's like for myself. Plus, I consider you cute for your kind. That's okay. Are humans really that much more interesting than species in other worlds? Some of my favorite art forms originated from you guys, though other worlds have vastly improved on them, of course. Also, rumor has it that this place is the worst. That's why I came to check it out. So if that's true, then I'll wipe this ugly state off the network. Okay, now that's messed up. So, have I proven that we're the absolute worst yet? Have I? Please tell me I did. If you had an anthill that was bothering you, you would get rid of it? No, all life is sacred to me. No, that's yucky. I definitely wouldn't try to date the... I would! I guess so. No, not really. I guess. See, it's no different than that to me. So I'm just an ant to you. Kinda. But babe! Sorry. At least now I know someone would still love me if I was an ant. You're so silly. But I like that about you. Eli lets out a deep sigh. Now that you know, I guess I better be off. I could make you forget about this conversation and continue our relationship. No, I think this is for the best. So you're gonna leave now? Yep. I'll miss you. I'll miss you too. A little? Will I get to keep my memories of you? Yeah, no, I'm still erasing those. Then why bother telling me all of this at all? Just felt like it. A strong force makes you shut your eyes, unable to resist it. When you open them up again, you are alone. Of course you are alone. Who else would be with you right now? That's it. You're not sure what you were doing in the park this early in the morning in the first place. I'm cold. You decide to go home. Huh? You've barely entered the room when you notice a small piece of paper on your bed. Ah, come on! Ah! Okay. So that was end date. That was an experience. Would I, God, I don't know what to say. It's just like, I'm going to need to distract you guys while the credits are rolling, because like apparently like the developer specifically mentioned that Hatogi just wants to have the credits roll at least once through, and I have to say I like the game. I hated trying to get all the endings. I hated that experience because like it is so like having to do it. It's such a balance, okay? Like getting some of the endings was just incredibly difficult, but I like the story. I like the story. I wish I could have like been whisked away by the gods though. I wish that was the case, but God. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. That was End Date. If you guys do want to play this game for yourselves, the link to the game will be in the description below. And yeah, otherwise I think this game is cute, but God, getting all the endings is a pain. No. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day. And as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.